The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News.
We want her home safely, and we want her home safely yesterday.
It's going to be a burden that all of us will carry until she's home.
Tonight at 9, the search intensifies for a Maryland teacher nearly a week after her disappearance. Tonight, loved ones and strangers band together in the hopes of bringing her home.
They're not regulating this place, and it's killing us.
Air quality concerns in a predominantly black Northeast neighborhood. The community says the city's failed them. Tonight, their demands for a nearby chemical plant to get shut down.
And get ready, Beyonce's Renaissance Tour bring tens of thousands of fans in the D.C. area this weekend. What you need to know about getting to and from the show in time.
Good Friday evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. Our top story tonight, the search for a Prince George's County teacher continues nearly 1 week after she went missing.
And tonight, a vigil was held in her honor in the hopes of bringing her back home. Our Yamarie Sase covers Prince George's County for us. She's live for us at Trome Hill Park in Greenbelt. And Yamarie, this vigil brought out a lot of people, including students and their parents.
Yeah, that's right. Students, parents, family members, and a lot of people in the Greenbelt community took the time to spread the word about the disappearance of Madame Mariam Touré Sylla. Now, she was actually a former teacher at my former elementary school, so it was no surprise tonight to see such a tight-knit community come together in hopes to bring her home. A desperate search.
But what we want are answers. We want to know what happened to her. We want to know where she is.
To bring home a loving Greenbelt teacher.
And my children are stunned and they're very sad about it. She was a really wonderful person, just a really sweet and caring teacher. And she was a very effective teacher that really took care of her students.
On Friday, several people lit candles in canvas neighborhoods in hopes of finding any information that could help in the disappearance of 59-year-old Mariam Touré Sylla.
When you have lost someone because they're just missing, they just disappeared, it makes it very difficult, and it's going to be a burden that all of us will carry until she's home.
According to police, she was last seen on July 29th near her home on Lake Park Drive in Greenbelt Road around 8 p.m. Many believe she was on her way to take her daily walk at Trome Hill Park. Since then, nobody has seen or heard from her.
It literally rocked my world, and it's been very difficult this week trying to focus on just regular life. This is devastating.
You know, we went out yesterday to the Safeway, and were able to get in front of a lot of families going in and explaining to them that she's missing.
Her friends, family, and school community are remaining grounded in their faith.
And that you empower us to do what it is that you brought us here to do, which is to find Madame Sylla and bring her home safely.
And hoping for a safe return.
We want her home safely, and we want her home safely yesterday.
Now, Greenbelt police say there are no cameras in this area, so they are heavily relying on information from the public. So if you have any information, be sure to contact Greenbelt police. For now, reporting in Greenbelt, Maryland, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
Hopefully they get some good news there. Yamarie, thank you. Meanwhile, some storms pounding parts of the DMV tonight. Meteorologist Scott Sumner in for Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
And Scott, even blinding rain right now.
Yeah, you can see right behind me flashes of lightning out there. We've got, this is the I-70 east to south mountain. People have been putting their hazard lights on because it has been so intense with some of that rain coming down. I've been following it. Obviously, this is a live camera look, so this is what's happening, what is actually occurring outside. And there you go, a couple of folks out and about moving at a slow pace, obviously, because you can't really see too far in front of you. Let's go to the radar scope, and you can see here it is. There is that heavier thunderstorm band across the region. This has had a lot of hail associated with it. Matter of fact, I'm going to go back to show you that line a little bit better coming out of Pennsylvania. So here's the initial lead storm, but this is the line of heavy rain and gusty winds that I just showed you just a few minutes ago with our traffic cameras. Now again, closing in, Boonesboro being impacted right now, and Keedysville at 9/11 coming up. And of course, like I said, hail associated with this particular storm had a history of it. As a matter of fact, it's had a history of hail to the point that we could have seen maybe about 1 inch worth size of hail across the region. So with that being said, what else is happening across the big board? Not too much, really. It's that, and that's about the extent of it. Our future scan shows where those showers and storms are moving. They're going to, looks like, just move right down the I-270 corridor here, heading towards the district around, probably close to 11 o'clock if they hold intact. So what do we expect here? Some storms, again, possible tonight for some of us. A dry start to the weekend, but showers are going to build back in for Sunday, and then we'll have to watch for severe storms potentially once again on Monday.
All right, Scott, thanks a lot. Well, soon it'll be cheaper for Prince William County homeowners to go solar and help the county reach some of its climate goals. But as Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla reports, this is only a portion of what some advocates want. Max joins us live tonight from the Prince William County Government Center in Woodbridge. And Max, what is this change and how will it help people who want to go solar save some money?
So it's an expansion, or really the first time the county is waiving fees for people who want to bring solar panels to their homes, to their residences. Now, the county is hopeful this will encourage more participation. People we spoke with said they think it'll help, but there is still more the county could and, in their opinion, should do. In just a matter of years, Virginia's second largest county has seen a rise in demand from people who want to solarize their homes.
I want to do my part, yeah. I mean, I want to do everything that I can do, and then I have a clean conscience.
Eric Onstad had these 10 panels installed on his 3-bedroom Haymarket home and says he spent roughly $400 on fees. Through the first quarter of this year, there's been a nearly 200% increase in approved residential solar building plans in Prince William County compared to the same time frame last year. Cost, Onstad says, is a reason why that number isn't even greater.
I think decreasing the permitting fees are going to push people that are on the edge right now over the edge.
County supervisors are hopeful.
This is a way of alleviating some of that pain and that frustration that folks are having while the county works on the streamlining process.
They passed the measure 6-1, but both supervisors and Onstad admit it doesn't solve the whole problem. The organization Solar United Neighbors says Prince William County takes longer to approve permits than many of its neighbors.
There needs to be a cultural change in the office that does the permitting, because right now they're saying that they're doing it to prevent cave-ins and accidents and things, but that's not a problem. So what the real problem is the efficiency.
And over the previous 5 years, the county has said more than 800 homes have gotten approved and installed solar power, but we were told from advocates like Onstad, who we spoke with earlier, that that's just a portion of what the county will need to do each year, even each month, to reach their lofty goals, climate goals for 2030 and eventually 2050.
Well, Max, I know the county says the fee waivers kick in on September 1st, but how will they pay for it?
Sure, it's one of those instances where it's a bit of good news. They had some money, unspent money left over from the 2023 budget, looked at potential areas, and that's where the $1.2 million is coming from. The big question, though, they have this money this year when the budget was looking good. What's going to happen when the money's a little tighter? Advocates say they don't want this to be a program that they approve now and forget about later. Back to you.
All right, Max Marcilla reporting live Prince William County tonight. Max, thank you.
And new tonight, breathing in toxins. Yeah, and that's what people living in one D.C. neighborhood say they've been doing for decades.
Yeah, they're now calling for the city to step in and help out. Our reporter, Marielle Carbone, has been following the story for us tonight.
Yeah, and Marielle, neighbors tell you that there is a facility polluting the air. It's been operating pretty much hidden in plain sight for decades.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if you just drive down Capitol Avenue in Ivy City, the building almost blends in with the line of row homes there. It's been there about 80 years, manufacturing sealants for the U.S. Navy, but neighbors argue in all that time, chemicals from the facility have been poisoning them. In this small D.C. neighborhood, a heavy smell lingers in the air.
And the odor is strong. At this point, when I go by there and smell it, I get nauseous.
Sabrina Rhodes lives in Ivy City, a historically black neighborhood. It's also where National Engineering Products Incorporated operates, manufacturing sealants.
They're using some very ugly chemicals that causes cancer.
Neighbors want to see that stop.
We urge you to shut down your facility.
They wrote this letter to the company and are calling on the district to shut down the facility due to health concerns.
We've lost a lot of residents to cancer. We are finding out that a lot of residents are dealing with migraines.
They also say the company is operating without an air pollution permit. That's a permit the district issues to ensure facilities are meeting air quality laws.
They're not regulating this place, and it's killing us.
The city is investigating. It commissioned and released this study in February, which detected elevated formaldehyde levels, a chemical linked to cancer, in the air directly downwind and to the east of the facility. We reached out to the company, which declined an interview, but in an email it said NEPI is in full compliance with all DC regulations. The email also stated when the company found out it needed an air pollution permit, we began our work with both the Department of Energy and the Environment and the regional EPA.
Own up to it. They need to own up to it, which they're not.
And NEPI tells me it fully cooperated with the district on that study I mentioned. It also tells me monthly blanket testing of all Ivy City will be done August through December. It'll look at multiple facilities in the area, including a distillery, an auto detailer, and more. And that'll be all made public once it's complete.
All right, Mariel, thank you so much for your investigation, your report.
All right, don't forget, happening this weekend, Beyonce's two-day Renaissance tour at FedEx Field. Show is about 2.5 hours long. It's going at 8 o'clock both Saturday and Sunday. So if you're riding Metro, just know the nearest station is about a 30-minute walk. That's the Morgan Boulevard Metro station. Metro, though, is extending hours just on Sunday only. The last Silver Line train towards Ashburn will leave at 12:04 a.m. instead of 11:34 p.m. Now, for Blue Line riders, the last train towards Largo leaves at 12:33 a.m.
All right, so if you haven't been to FedEx Field or if you've just forgotten, keep in mind there are pretty strict bag policies. Small, clear, plastic, or vinyl 6-inch by 12-inch bags are allowed. A clear Ziploc bag is also okay if it doesn't exceed 1 gallon. There are exceptions for medical items. So sounds like it'll be a great time, though.
Yeah, hopefully the weather will cooperate as well. It's going to be a great time out there.
Yeah,
no
so
doubt
much
about that.
fun. Ooh, Beyonce. All right.